Hi, Taehyung lovers. Welcome back again to the Taehyung Lovers channel all around the world. But this time, never skip the first few seconds of this video. Because what happened at Stanford Stadium, California on the second night of May 2026 truly made the K-pop world lose its mind. Thousands of ARMY cried even before the song started. Global social media exploded because of just one glance from Kim Taehyung. And most shocking of all, many fans said this night was no longer just a BTS concert, but the most emotional and most dangerous moment of Kim Taehyung's aura the world has ever seen. How could one smile make an entire stadium hysterical? Why was Kim Taehyung's baritone voice that night called by international netizens the voice that destroys human hearts? And why did the moment when Kim Taehyung softly said, "I will never forget this night," instantly turn the entire Stanford Stadium into an ocean of tears? All the viral facts, the most emotional fan cams, international media reactions, and the reason why this performance is being called one of the best stages of Kim Taehyung's entire career will all be discussed completely in this video. So make sure you watch until the end because there are emotional details that even many ARMY did not realize during the concert. And as always, Taehyung lovers, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the hottest, most emotional, and most viral news about Kim Taehyung and BTS. And don't forget to share this video so the world will always see the sincere and kind side of Kim Taehyung that has made millions of people fall in love with him. At Stanford Stadium, it instantly felt like an emotional explosion that was impossible to explain with logic. The stadium lights suddenly went out. The entire arena turned pitch black before thousands of ARMY bombs slowly lit up like clusters of purple stars descending to Earth. Within seconds, the sound of the music shook California on that second night, and tens of thousands of ARMY screamed hysterically as if the world had stopped spinning for a moment. Many fans cried even before the first song began. Global social media was immediately flooded with one huge question. How could one person named Kim Taehyung still make thousands of people lose their breath with just a single glance? May 2026 has now become one of the most emotional moments in BTS concert history in the United States. The second day of the concert at Stanford Stadium felt far bigger, grander, and much more emotional compared to the previous night. Since the afternoon, the stadium area had already been filled with seas of fans from many countries. Many ARMY came carrying banners of love for BTS and Kim Taehyung. Some even flew from South Korea, Japan, Brazil, and Europe just to witness the night that many international fan bases called the most emotional BTS concert in 2026. But no one was truly prepared for what happened once the concert started. When the giant screen lit up with red and gold visual effects, the atmosphere inside the stadium instantly transformed into another world. Thin smoke slowly rose from beneath the stage, while the bass vibrations shook the audience stands. The camera slowly moved closer to the silhouette of someone standing in the center of the spotlight. And the moment that figure became clear, Stanford Stadium exploded with hysterical screams from tens of thousands of ARMY. Kim Taehyung finally appeared on stage with an aura so powerful and impossible to explain. He stood still for a few seconds, but that brief silence only made the entire stadium tremble even more. His gaze was sharp. His aura was cold yet elegant. His slight smile was enough to make many fans immediately cover their mouths while crying emotionally. As soon as the intro of the first song began, Kim Taehyung's signature baritone voice instantly filled the entire stadium with deep emotion. His voice sounded warm, stable, and touching, as if embracing every audience member all at once. Many fans admitted they got chills when they heard the very first note leave his lips. Clips from that opening performance instantly went viral on X and TikTok within minutes. Every movement from Kim Taehyung looked perfect. His choreography was sharp and precise, yet still filled with emotion. He was not simply dancing, but truly telling a story through every body movement and facial expression. This is why many fans call Kim Taehyung the performer with the deadliest stage presence of his generation. But that night felt different from other BTS concerts because Kim Taehyung looked far more emotional than usual. Several times, he could be seen staring at the sea of ARMY longer than normal, as if trying to save every second of that night into his memory. When he walked toward the extended stage while waving his hand with a shy smile, the stadium once again filled with endless screams echoing everywhere. Then came the moment that made thousands of people unable to hold back their tears. Taehyung suddenly stopped in the middle of the stage. The music slowed down. The lights became softer. He looked around the entire stadium for a few seconds before finally speaking in a soft but incredibly sincere voice. "Thank you for coming tonight. You make me feel so loved." That simple sentence instantly shattered the emotions of the entire stadium. In many viral fan cam videos, the sound of the audience crying could clearly be heard right after Taehyung said those words. Many ARMY said they could truly feel the sincerity in every expression on his face that night. Kim Taehyung did not only look like a global superstar standing on a magnificent stage, but also like someone who genuinely appreciated the love of his fans throughout the years. And at that moment, the concert became something far bigger than an ordinary music performance. It felt like an emotional journey between an artist and millions of people who had grown up together with him. The most magical moment of the night happened when the stadium lights suddenly turned dark blue and the giant screens displayed a star-filled night sky. The atmosphere at Stanford Stadium suddenly felt like a dream. Kim Taehyung appeared alone in the middle of the stage under soft lighting that made his visuals look almost unreal. His hair was slightly wet from sweat, but only made his aura even more charismatic. His eyes looked sorrowful and full of emotion. When he began singing the emotional ballad that night, the entire stadium instantly sang along together. Thousands of ARMY voices blended with Taehyung's vocals, creating a harmony so beautiful and heart-shaking. Many fans were seen crying while hugging the friends beside them because the moment felt too beautiful to be real. What made the public even more amazed was how Kim Taehyung still sounded incredibly stable despite performing intense choreography on such a massive stadium stage. His high notes remained clean. His emotions still felt genuine. Many music critics and international media once again praised Kim Taehyung's growth as a world-class performer. But it was not only his vocals and visuals that became the highlight of the night. Taehyung's humility made even more people fall in love with him. In the middle of dazzling lasers, grand visual effects, and the spotlight of the world's cameras, Taehyung still looked like a warm person filled with gratitude. After performing one of the songs, he bowed very deeply to the fans. The cheers instantly grew even louder throughout the entire stadium. Taehyung only smiled softly while lowering his head, his eyes looking teary. That moment instantly went viral across global social media. Many fans said this is the reason why the relationship between BTS and ARMY feels different compared to other artists and fandoms. There is sincerity that cannot be faked. There's a long journey filled with struggle. There's a feeling of belonging that has grown for many years. And that night at Stanford Stadium felt like the symbol of all those journeys. As the concert slowly approached its end, the atmosphere gradually became even more emotional. The stadium lights turned into soft purple while thousands of ARMY continuously shouted Kim Taehyung's name without stopping. He stood in the middle of the stage while looking around the entire stadium with an expression that was difficult to explain, as if he himself did not want the night to end. Then, with a soft but sincere voice, Kim Taehyung spoke once again to his fans. "I will never forget this night." And within seconds, Stanford Stadium was once again filled with the sound of crying, because everyone knew that night was not only about a concert. It was about memories, struggles, and love that had grown for years between Kim Taehyung and ARMY all around the world. Many fans on social media even called the second night at Stanford Stadium one of the greatest performances of Kim Taehyung's entire career. And after everything that happened that night, the world seemed to realize one thing. Kim Taehyung's aura on stage is no longer just the popularity of an ordinary K-pop idol, but has transformed into a global phenomenon that is impossible to explain with words. And after that night at Stanford Stadium, the world finally realized Kim Taehyung aura is no longer just an ordinary K-pop idol aura, but a global phenomenon that cannot be explained with words. Thank you for watching until the end. Taehyung lovers, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoy content like this. If you don't like it, you can simply skip it, because the Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. In your opinion, was this the most emotional performance of Kim Taehyung's entire career? Write your thoughts in the comment section. Keep following the most viral and emotional news about Kim Taehyung only on Taehyung Lovers, because rumors say there's still more massive moments ready to shake the K-pop world. Thank you, and see you again.